All right, so we're up in the HSGI suite. This place is pretty nice.
Pretty sweet.
It is pretty sweet. Brandon, how you doing?
Good, man. Good.
Good to see you. So we brought on HSGI about 4 months ago, and it's been wildly successful. As the customers probably know, we sell out often. We're trying to work on that, getting inventory more managed. But here at the show, you guys got a couple of products, and I know that you don't work for HSGI.
Correct. I work with them very closely, though, on a lot of the product design.
So speaking of this.
Sure, and then one of the things that I brought to the table for this year was the med kit, and it's called the M3T, the Multi-Mission Medical Taco. Of course, most people familiar with HSGI are familiar with our taco line, and we've kind of designed the pouch aesthetically and functionally to really fit well into that. This one that we see is pretty packed to the gills compared to something very kind of simplistic. And that was the main design intent, was that to give a lot of versatility and adaptability, primarily in the mounting, how you can mount it. I think we covered just about every way you could mount it, and then also quick deployment of the internal kind of medical module or the IFAC or the kit, whatever you put in it.
Because when you need it right there.
You need it right then. And to that same point, the tourniquets themselves, we definitely promote people to carry very good purpose-built tourniquets like a soft T-wad or a CAT.
And you can do 2 tourniquets.
You can do 2.
So a lot of med kits pretty much only have single, and then other guys
if they even have it on spot. And like you said, some guys will want to carry it in other places on their body, which that's great. And the cool thing about the pouch is it will only be as big or as small as you put stuff in it. So if you want to carry it in the tourniquet pouches, which give you a good quick deployment of it ambidextrously, you can swap these things around where it's pulling out either way. You could do that. If you don't, then the compression, the way it's designed, it just shrinks down to the size it is.
So then talk about kind of the mounting options. So you can do vertically, horizontally.
On the pouch, on the pouch itself, there's a vertical belt pass-through. Probably a little bit more than 2.5 inches, so you can just run a belt straight through here. There's another one horizontally that'll fit up to a 2.25 inch kind of leather, what we call a Sam Browne duty belt for law enforcement. That's kind of built into it, and of course it has the pals on the back, and it'll come with 2 malice clips, so you can mount it right up, on a plate carrier or what have you. And then we've also partnered with G-Code and created what we call the Hovert, and it takes really any pouch that's pals based and swaps the orientation of the pal. So the pouch was designed to have pals threaded this way.
Right.
When you put this on, now I can turn around and mount it under that same platform, but in a horizontal configuration. It's also compatible with all of G-Code's RTI mounts. They have a rifle taco adapter. You take the rifle taco adapter, put it on, and then you can really put whatever mounting option you want.
So this is pretty revolutionary. I know there's some others out there, but this is very versatile, compact. And also HSGI makes quality products.
They make some bomber stuff, and that's why one of the main reasons we partnered with them. Of course, I've always had a good working relationship with them. I really like the taco concept and kind of the way it works, and I looked at that as kind of an inspiration for a starting point. I was like, man, if we just kind of change a couple of things, it'll work. And you're right, there's a lot of great med kits out there. Obviously, we want people to take a look at ours, but more importantly, we want people to start looking at medical equipment. So even if it's not ours, just start seriously considering medical equipment.
So, and everything's made in the United States.
Absolutely.
So that's another great thing. So let's talk about some of the, we got a couple of new products and color options.
Yep. Some other things coming from HSGI. Towards the beginning, mid-February, they're ready to roll on Kryptek Highlander. And I know people will ask, there's some more considerations coming for the other Kryptek patterns.
But this is the first one coming out.
This is the first one coming out is the Highlander. And then some actual products. This is the HCM, or High Capacity Magazine Taco.
Which is pretty cool because there's nothing really else out there in the market.
Not really, yeah. Some guys have found some fixes, but this is a prototype. It'll, of course, have the injection molded sides like the other tacos do. But this will take your Surefire 60s. It'll also take your Sega 12 mags, believe it or not. So guys that are running stuff like that, this gives them an option.
And if you haven't used a taco before, I mean, you should really look at them. They're very fast, versatile. Durable. I mean, there's nothing. It's super lightweight.
Years and you have to break one.
Yeah.
And the cool thing is, if you do, probably the weakest point on them, of course, is a shock cord. It's user serviceable. It's something you can do. And then this is going to be the extended P taco or extended pistol taco. We kind of internally call it the Happy Taco, and it's designed for your longer pistol or carbine. Subgun magazines. Also, it'll work great for batons, for flashlights, for suppressors, other things that you just kind of need a little more height for stability-wise.
What is it, about 1 inch or 2 for the
well, if we look
taco?
at it, if you look at the pistol taco that's on this double decker,
about 2 inches.
Yeah, about 2 inches bigger. So it just gives you a little bit more leverage control on it.
So the med kits we're going to have available. Actually, William said they're shipping, so they should be back at TD here when we get back from SHOT Show. And then also, we want to talk about some of the inserts, because you guys make these specifically.
Right.
We don't have these yet. We're talking about it. We're going to probably end up picking them up.
Yeah, we're finalizing the packaging, which is unfortunate why it wasn't ready to roll exactly when the pouch was. What this is designed around is, of course, the big three, as you probably learned in that class: blood loss, tension pneumothorax, and obstructed airway. Now, the reality is that this is something that's going to be marketed to pretty much everyone. So on the law enforcement side, unfortunately, a lot of agencies won't put in for the training or trust the guys to carry the needles and even the MPA in some degree in some instances. So we've kind of separated those two just so we didn't have to carry two different versions. But it's we've partnered with H&H. They make some great components, of which one is the H&H H bandage that has a big, good, heavy H on it that allows you to really cinch down for pressure. Of course, some combat gauze, and then it's going to also have 2 additional gauze in it, just some regular gauze. Gloves. They're what they call their wound seal duo, which is a dual chest seal, non-vented, and then their TK4 tourniquet. With the
that looks a little different than then you get to pull it out.
Yep, and that's how we've kind of got it packaged, so that once you rip this thing open, you can reach in and grab it and pull it, and everything kind of comes out. You're not trying to dig in it. And then, of course, we separately package their decompression needle and an MPA and lube.
Well, I really appreciate you sitting down with us.
Me too.
We're excited about the new product with Tactical Distributors. If y'all want to find out more information, tacticaldistributors.com. Follow us on Instagram and look at Facebook. Thanks, y'all.